Republican candidates pushing full speed ahead right now, backing away from their earlier pledges to back the eventual nominee, whoever it is. And they are focusing now on Wisconsin. That is the task at hand. 42 delegates up for grabs there. Welcome, everybody. Brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Martha McCall.
And I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning. Crucial primary on Tuesday. The candidates discussing the issues and making their case last night in a town hall in Wisconsin. Meanwhile, party unity, it's on the line. Trump's promise to support the nominee is out the window, apparently.
Do you continue to pledge whoever the Republican nominee is?
No, I don't anymore. Look,
you don't?
No, we'll see who it is.
So the pledge you took is null and void. The idea of supporting whoever the Republican nominee is, you say you will no longer guarantee that you will support the Republican nominee. Do you think the RNC is plotting to take this away from you at the convention?
I don't know. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens, but I think you'd have a lot of very upset people if that happened.
Well, he wasn't the only one. Chief Political Correspondent Carl Cameron live in Appleton, Wisconsin. Carl, good day to you. Cruz and Kasich. Are they standing by this pledge, not so pledge? Where are they also?
They are not quite as definitive as Donald Trump was last night, but they have made it very clear that they don't like the pledge. John Kasich has said that we shouldn't have taken the pledge. And Ted Cruz, for some time now, has been saying he's not in the habit of endorsing people who attack him or his family or his children or his wife. They both did weigh in on it and basically, like Trump did, reneged on it. They're withdrawing from the deal. Listen.
I'm not in the habit of supporting someone who attacks my wife and attacks my family. I think that is going beyond the line. I think our wives, I think our kids should be off limits.
I got to see what happens. If the nominee is somebody that I think is really hurting the country and dividing the country, I can't stand behind them, but we have a ways to go. Let's see how this all folds out.
It has been personal. It has been not very much about policy, and the attacks have gotten more and more toxic in the last few days. And that's really what's behind all of this. They don't trust each other, they don't like each other, and they don't believe in what another are talking about in terms of policies. Kasich and Cruz have been mocking Trump harder than ever, particularly when it comes to foreign policy and his lack of command on a lot of domestic issues, Bill.
Yeah, you look like you had a caravan of folks leaving right behind you there during that. Carl, Scott Walker's endorsement. Popular Republican governor, does he really help Cruz in the state of Wisconsin? What's the measure of that now?
Well, he does organizationally, and as having been a former rival, it shows that Cruz can make friends. When one of the criticisms was that he hasn't got very many in the Republican Party, particularly in Washington. But it was odd to see last night Donald Trump really pounding on Scott Walker yet again. Trump has been arguing for quite some time that the trade economy here is bad and that his ability to get fair deals would be good for Wisconsin, and that Scott Walker has not done a good job for the economy. It's remarkably uncommon, even for somebody who wasn't endorsed by Scott Walker, to be banging on the governor as Trump was last night. The other thing was, Trump last night suggested that when he was asked what the three most important things for the president to do for the country, he said security, and then added health care and education. Those two of the latter things are very, very different from what most Republicans or conservatives would ever suggest would be priorities for the president. Security, absolutely. But health care is something that most Republicans and conservatives think should be kept in the private sector and not made a big part of the government. Trump said the government could lead it, but not necessarily take care of it. And where education is concerned, Trump got around to saying that he would like to do away with Common Core, but education is something that most Republicans and conservatives have said they would do away with the whole department. So it bespoke a certain lack of understanding about sort of what has been Republican conservative orthodoxy for years.
Oh, thank you, Carl. Talk to you a lot. You look cold.
Thank you.
Be well.
It is chilly.
Thank you.
In Wisconsin.
Thank you. I'm freezing.